we're going to have prayer next, and it'll be Commissioner Maddox, so I need to stand, I suppose.
Let us pray. Dear Lord, thank you for the opportunity to come here tonight and gather, Lord. I pray that you would be with us and take care of us as we do the people's business. Lord, I pray that you would give us sound judgment, and I pray that we do your will ultimately, Lord. I pray that you would be with those that have lost loved ones, Lord. I know that there are those that are filled with sorrow. I pray that you would touch them and give them the peace that only you can give them, Lord. I pray that you would just be with our nation, be with our country, our state, our county. Lord, thank you again for all your many blessings and for your Son that died on the cross for our sins. And it's in your name I pray. Amen.
Now we'll have the Pledge of Allegiance by County Clerk Donna Thomas.
Hear ye, Bedford County Board of Commissioners is now in session. The Honorable Bill Farrow is presiding.
We got roll call.
Commissioner Anderson. Commissioner Boutwell.
Here.
Commissioner Boyette.
Here.
Commissioner Brothers.
Here.
Commissioner Davis.
Here.
Commissioner Epperson. Commissioner Farrer.
Here.
Commissioner Hooker.
Here.
Commissioner Johnson.
Here.
Commissioner Maddox.
Here.
Commissioner Neely.
Here.
Commissioner Pinson.
Here.
Commissioner Smith.
Here.
Commissioner Adam Thomas.
Here.
Commissioner Mark Thomas.
Here.
Commissioner Thompson.
Here.
Commissioner Vick.
Here.
Commissioner Yaki. 16 present, 2 absent.
Okay, the next is approval of the County Commission minutes from September 9th, 2025, placed on the agenda without a recommendation by the Rules and Legislative Committee.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor say aye. All opposed?
Mr. Chair,
Yes, sir.
I know this is a little out of order, but I felt like that at the beginning of the meeting it was important. Our county lost a deputy and SRO a few weeks ago in Bruce Davis. He had a lot of years of service both for Shelbyville and Bedford County, and I just ask if we take a moment of silence for him and his family.
Okay, we'll go back to the minutes. Thank you, Commissioner Hooker. We got that approved, didn't we? Okay, the next is public comment period. I looked at the list outside in C1. Does anyone would like to speak? And then we'll go to the next one. The next item on the agenda is the election of notaries for November 2025. It was placed on the agenda by the Rules and Legislative Committee.
Move to approve.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? And presentations, there's none. Resolutions, there were 2 in the packet. The first resolution is number 2612. It was a Highway Department grant application. I think we normally do that, is to authorize the Highway Department to submit a grant application for a Tennessee Resurfacing Plan grant and also to approve local matching funds.
Make a motion to approve.
All in favor say aye. All opposed? The next resolution is Resolution 2613. It's a mineral severance tax resolution. It was placed on the agenda by the Finance Management Committee. It is authorized to increase the mineral severance tax.
Move to approve. Second.
All in favor say aye. All opposed? And next, the Rules and Legislative Committee had no additional items. Public Safety, none. Courthouse and Property, none. Finance Management Committee, they had a county budget amendment number 1. I think it's 52 pages in the amendment and others. And I talked to Finance Director Robert Daniel. If anyone has any questions, he'll be glad to come forward and discuss any questions or discussion.
Move to approve.
Second.
Okay, any other questions or discussion? Being none, all in favor say aye. All opposed? The next item is copier lease. It's agreement by Southside Elementary School.
Move to approve. Second.
All in favor say aye. All opposed? Next item is EMS write-offs. There was a page of those by the EMS director.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Any discussion or questions? All in favor say aye. All opposed? The next item is EMS, is it right off? It's number 8. Okay, we just did that. It's prisoner boarding cost. It's the jail and workhouse write-offs or cost.
I move to approve, but I'd like for Robert to talk about this.
Second.
Okay, there's a motion second. Now, Robert will give an update on it.
Okay, I was asked to prepare what it costs to board a prisoner, and what happened is we're taking some prisoners from some other counties, and the auditors during the audit had talked to us and said we need to have a policy, and it can't just be making up a number. So I used the old charts that we used to get from the state on how they came up with this number, and that's what you have in your packet. It shows the what we put together for that. So the cost was like $75.03. But we allocated cost. There's vehicles in there, a portion of that, salaries, food, everything related to it. So if you have any questions, I'll be glad to try to answer.
Mr. Chair.
Yes, Commissioner Hooker.
So our average daily cost is $75.03. If we take in a prisoner from another county, what are we bringing in revenue that they're paying us?
Well, that's what this is for, is to decide that.
You know, the state pays us something less for their prisoners. Is that correct?
That's correct. I believe it's about $44. Isn't that right?
Okay. So it costs us really to take on a state employee. Prisoner.
Right. You've got overhead if you take on anybody.
Pardon?
You've got overhead in that.
Yeah. So it's costing us to take a state prisoner.
Correct. They're just helping to defer some of the cost.
Did we put that cost back into the $75?
Well, these are not state prisoners.
Yeah. But that's it. In other words, we're going in a hole with the state prisoner. And so somewhere we need to be able to recover that hole. And so could we charge others some monies to help us recoup that cost?
I guess that's up to this commission. So as far as the state now, that's the maximum that we get. But if you want to charge more than this amount, then that's up to you.
Well, if the auditors wanted us to do this, how would they feel about us going above what it really cost us for that particular inmate?
Are you talking about state prisoners or other county?
No, I'm talking about the way we came up with the formula for the $75. What Commissioner Balwell was talking about is pumping it up some more to pay for the difference on the other ones. How would the auditors feel about that?
I think they're fine on whatever you said as a fee, so that's something you have to come up with.
I'm sitting over here, and I like where you're going with that, John, because I think it's important to take that into account, because if that's not taken into account, EMS does it all the time. We have a set rate. Medicaid only pays, roughly $100. Medicare's $215-ish dollars. And then your private insurance is $1,000 to $1,200. And so the thing is they're balancing it out across the entire thing. So that way, roughly, you're bringing in enough to cover your cost per patient, even though some are bringing in very little and some are bringing in more. And as we know with EMS, every time we run a Medicaid patient, we lose money on those patients. Very similar to, obviously, when we bring in state inmates, we're losing money on those. And so it might be something to consider to put that formula in here to say that if we're, on average, this number of state inmates we're bringing in, and we know that we're losing X number of dollars a month on those, to factor that in to try to recoup some of that in some of these out of county. I think it's a good thought, and, because it's something to at least put in here to talk about, because wherever we can recoup money, we need to try to recoup it.
Let me ask Nakia about this. On the out-of-county prisoners we're talking about, it's another county. How many do they have? Because I don't know if you could add enough to cover the difference you're talking about.
That was going to be my question, yeah. What's the difference in the different types of prisoners?
Yeah, that's the reason we're charging them, is they have closed their jail, they've decertified them, so they're having to put them somewhere. So it will be temporary. So if you add a charge, you still may not collect after that goes away.
About what I was trying to say is, if we could determine over a 3-year period the average number of state prisoners that we have, could we extrapolate a number and assign that to there? If it's 20 prisoners a year, or is it 200? Can we extrapolate that number and build it into the cost model, as Commissioner Hooker was saying? So instead of being 7503, it may be 9503, and that's fine too. Whatever the number is what the number is. Is that possible to do?
Sure, you can do that. I mean, you can set the rate.
Well, and if you can't recover all the costs, at least maybe you could recover some of it.
I don't think we've had that many out-of-county prisoners until this DeKalb County came up. I don't know that we had any.
But still, that's going to be reflected, though, what it really cost us. I mean, just saying $75 is what it costs us. You got to figure out what you're losing that you're forced to take, and that's a cost to you, just as much as electricity is a cost.
That's correct.
And I'm all about this, but you can also work yourself out of a job. If you're too high, they're going to go somewhere else. So you almost have to think about it as a two-way thought on it. I don't have any problems with raising it, but also you may not get any more if you raise it too much.
Well, you're going to have to use judgment there. I mean, obviously, you can't go from 75 to 200 or some large number. If you can only go up $5, that's more than you had.
Well, kind of what Linda was saying, after this, we might not even have any out-of-county prisoners for a long time.
Yeah, Commissioner Thomas?
So if we pass this tonight, are we locking ourselves into the 7503? So if we want to send this back and figure out what that number should be, I think we should do that before we pass this resolution. And like I say, it may be a moot point in the very end, but I don't want to lock us into this number and then we know there's another number out there.
Well, there's another aspect too, is that when you want to do some budgeting work for the jail, to know what your true costs are.
Something else you might consider, this is something that came up during the audit. You might want to go ahead with this. You can always adjust it.
Yeah, that was my
find out
question.
later.
Are we locked in for a period of time, or can we prove it now and change it 60 days from now?
No, you can change it anytime you meet.
Okay, Commissioner Davis.
Do we know of any other counties that have used this and increased theirs?
I do not.
Is there a time, are the auditors on your back about this, or is?
They are.
We may want to go ahead and pass it and then come back.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
so could we possibly do that you are talking about, pass it and then come back, but put some sort of safety net in place to where it forces us to have to come back to this situation instead of it just going out into the wild blue yonder and not being addressed again?
Yeah, I'm sure, is it?
How
public-
about,
is
how about
public
a
safety?
motion, how about a motion, Eric, that says, that we accept the 2503 as the inmate cost, for right now, and this is to be revisited, within the next few months?
Sounds good, yeah.
Commissioner Neely?
My thinking, you said the auditors did not put a limit on what we can do, and we're not really exactly having to prove the number. Why not tonight just say $100, and then if we want to do something different, we could? Because I don't see us wanting to really get in the business of prisoners from out of town anyway. That's just wear and tear on our jail. Eventually, it'll end up costing us considerably more to do that, so why not just price it where we're done with it, we've got the policy in place, as long as that's working, and if it fades away, it fades away.
You can do that. This was just something to start, to give you something to go by.
Commissioner Thomas?
But Robert, what you have, you've got facts behind your figures, right? And I don't want to just throw out a dollar figure. I want facts behind my figures, you know? I just think that's good business when you can justify your figures.
Okay, any other questions? I agree with Commissioner Thomas. I think we can come back and revisit it in a month or two if we need to, but I believe we need to go with what's recommended. But it's left up to commission.
Yeah, did I get a second?
I don't recall. I don't think so.
Second.
Is there a motion? Initially, she got a second. Okay, initially. So so that's where we're with original motion and second. Okay. Everybody ready to vote? Oh, Commissioner Thomas?
Now, we voting to bring this back up in 60 days, 90 days, whatever, and that's part of your motion? Okay.
But we are passing what they're suggesting tonight with it coming back. Okay. Is any other questions? Is everyone ready to vote? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All
Aye.
opposed?
Do we need a voice vote?
Okay, we'll do a roll call then.
Commissioner Yockey,
Yes.
Commissioner Vick,
Yes.
Commissioner Thompson,
Yes.
Commissioner Mark Thomas,
Yes.
Commissioner Adam Thomas,
Yes.
Commissioner Smith,
Yes.
Commissioner Davis,
Yes.
Commissioner Pinson,
Yes.
Commissioner Neely,
Yes.
Commissioner Maddox,
Yes.
Commissioner Johnson,
Yes.
Commissioner Hooker,
Yes.
Commissioner Farrer,
Yes.
Commissioner Brothers,
Yes.
Commissioner Boyette,
Yes.
Commissioner Boutwell.
Yes.
Does anyone wish to change your vote? 16 ayes, 0 noes.
The next item is Vanderbilt with the Bedford County School contract.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Any questions or discussion?
Mr. Chairman, may I raise a point of order?
Yes, sir.
These issues that involve contracts and money, do we have to do roll call votes, or are we okay with just a voice vote?
Yeah, we think it's usually a voice vote on that.
Even the budget amendment?
I think the budget amendment is no new money. It's just balancing accounts. So
I think so
John, too?
too. I don't recall having a voice vote on that. Any other questions? Ready to vote for the Vanderbilt Bedford County School contract? Have we voted in? Okay. There's a motion and a second, right? Okay. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Okay. Okay, now we got quarter reports. The first one is a trustee. Is Tanya here? She's not here, so we'll go to the next one. The Register of Deeds, I see. Johnny Reed is
you can see the report I gave you. We've been very busy again. 336 deeds recorded, 152 quitclaim deeds. Unfortunately, we had 5 trustees deeds. The Greenbelt 63 plats, 42 recorded. Notice of completions on new bills 85. And we done more documents this quarter than we did last quarter, 3,180. For a total of $651,945 we went through the office. Any questions?
Okay.
I would like to say that we're having more people sign up on the fraud alert, and I urge you to tell your families about it. It's free to the citizens of Bedford County, and it's a great thing. Thank you.
Thank you. For our own information. Okay, next is property assessor. Is Rhonda here? Okay, not. We'll go to the next one is the highway superintendent. I believe Mark Clanton is sick, as his county mayor, Graham. Next one is election register, Summer Leverett. I hadn't seen Summer. She's not here. We'll go director of schools. I think Superintendent Garrett is here.
Good evening. Thanks for having me. Tonight I have several numbers for you. We have now received all of our achievement data along with our growth score. So I want to go over that with you tonight for last school year. First of all, I wanted to go over the demographics with you. A lot of times I'm asked those questions. So we have about 56% white students, 43% is our super subgroup, which is Black, Hispanic, and Native American. So that's 43%. Economically disadvantaged, 47% of our students. 12% of our students have disabilities, and then 16% of our students are learning English. So I wanted to go over those with you, so you have that. Also, in our achievement, which is proficient students, we had, it was up about 3% over the last year in English language arts, and we are up about 10% since 2021. In math, we were up about 1.8%. We're also up about 10% since 2021. If you think about how many students that is, it's about 870 more students who are proficient. So we are really excited of what our educators and our principals and our students are doing. So really proud of them. In science, last year we went up about 1.7%, and we are up about 11.5% since 2021. Our growth area is social studies. We stayed the same last year, but we are up about 8.5% since 2021. Want to give a shout out to a couple of top schools, Cascade Elementary and Thomas Magnet School. Both were highest proficiency rates. And we had Thomas in math at 82.2% proficient, and Cascade Elementary in math 64.7% proficient. In ELA, Thomas was 82.1% proficient, Cascade Elementary 54.1% proficient. Also, a couple of shout outs to some specific grades. We have Thomas third grade, ELA, they were at 92.3% proficient. So that's pretty phenomenal. I think we have a third grade teacher in here tonight, so shout out to them. Also, we had a couple of 100% proficient. That's seventh grade. Math at Thomas was 100% proficient. And also Algebra 1 at Thomas was 100% proficient. And then Cascade Elementary third grade in math, 71.7% proficient. So we had some strong scores there. And then in growth for the district composite was a level 3. We had 6 level 5 schools, SCHS, Cascade Middle, Cascade High, Community High, Eastside, and Cartwright. Our growth area will be our middle schools. We are really excelling in our elementary and our high schools, and we've got some work to do in the middle schools. And so we've got some work to do. A couple of our areas, Harris Middle School, we are really focusing on right now, and South Side as well. So we have some great highlights, and we have some opportunity areas to grow in as well. I'll take any questions that you have.
Well, I would just like to commend Tammy Garrett for the excellent job that her and her team are doing with our students, and so just really appreciative.
I would like to thank her for allowing the American Bluegrass fourth graders, 744, that attended and went through the education for that day. Thank you.
The Gear Up program that has started.
It is going very well. We are finally staffed fully. Last year we had some struggles. We started late, making sure we were fully staffed. If you have not seen that, I encourage you to look that up. It is research-based. It will help our college-going rate for years to come. So last year, they worked primarily in the middle schools. This year, it's middle school and high school. They meet with parents. They take trips to four-year colleges, to TCAT, those kinds of programs, and show individual parents, how do I get my kid to a four-year college and how do I pay for it? So that's their primary job, and we have that in place. We won that federal grant because we are a distressed area with a low percent of our population going to college. So we're working, the goal of that is to increase that number.
Well, I know the Shovel Partnership's always interested in that number, and I think it runs about a year behind. But do you get that feedback from the state as to how we're doing from year to year on our percentage of?
Yes, we do get that. Also, TCAT, they should be out of our building by the end of November, so we should be able to take over December the 1st and start getting things together in order for us to transition there.
Any other questions? Thank you. Okay, the next person is Donna Thomas, the county clerk.
All right, you've got my one-page report there on your desk. So far this year, first quarter, 21,606 transactions. Total collected through the office, 629,000. Revenue for Bedford County, 275,000. And just sort of the bottom line down there at the bottom, total transactions down 1% over last year at this time. I sort of dug deep down there, and it looks like people are buying fewer cars so far this first quarter, or registering fewer anyway. Total collections down 3%. Biggest part of that is motor vehicle. However, revenue for Bedford County, that stays in Bedford County, is up 2%, and that's largely due to passports. We get a lot of passport applications, and that's a high percentage of dollars per transaction. So if you have any questions, I'll be glad to answer them.
Any questions? Being done, I don't think the circuit court clerk is here. I don't see her, or the clerk and master. So I guess we're through with the quarterly reports. Is any other business to come before the commission? Okay,
I have an
Commissioner Yockey.
announcement. The
Okay.
Normandy Fall Festival is October 25th, and it's from 10 a.m. to 7, all day long. So,
Commissioner Hooker.
Yeah, we've also got a lot going on in Bell Buckle and War Trace. Saturday, the 18th and 19th of this month is the Arts and Crafts Show for Webb School. Also on Friday, the 24th of October, is the Haunted Evening in Bell Buckle. We also have a trunk or treat going on in War Trace on October 25th. So a lot of things going on in District 1.
Okay, Commissioner Thomas.
If you don't mind, Nakia, I don't want to put you on the spot, but y'all got a trunk or treat coming up. When? October 23rd, 5 to 8, did you say? Out at the Criminal Justice Center. A lot of people come out there and sponsor that, so invite everybody to come and enjoy.
And Mr. Chairman, former Commissioner Lee Brown has passed away, and so our condolences to his family, the information I received, so.
Any other announcements? Being none, is